Hey everybody, I'm going to do a short little video about maintenance that I just recently found out about, and I think it might be important for each and every one of you. You see that little thing I'm pointing at? I have electric hot water heater. Some of you have gas, I know. But if you have that expansion tank on top of your hot water heater, you should replace that about every 3 to 5 years. Nova Filters came out to replace my filters, and I also told them I wanted to have new pressure gauges put on because the ones that I had was showing an extreme amount of water pressure in my house, and has been for a while. And I just blamed it on the water pressure gauges. Well, that's not necessarily true. Apparently, when that expansion tank goes bad, the bladder inside goes bad somehow, some way, it can cause an extreme amount of water pressure in your house, and that bladder up there, that tank up there, can actually explode, or it can cause a water pipe to burst inside your house, causing massive amounts of flooding, especially if you're not home. And so that's why I recommended that whenever you guys take a trip and go somewhere, shut the electricity off to your water heater. If you have gas, shut the gas off. It's just a safe thing to do to keep your house from being damaged in any way. This house is 7 years old this month, and I had my whole house water filters changed over there, the blue ones on the wall, and I also had new pressure gauges put on top of it. Let me go over here so you can get an eyeball of that. I have Nova whole house water filter. Anyway, when Nova came out, they checked this, the burp tank that's on top of your water heater right there. And they said mine was full of water, which means the bladder inside, I guess, had a hole in it. And he tells me that those things are only good for an average of about 5 years, and they got to be replaced. Now, up until he told me that, I really haven't had any problems, I don't think. The water pressure gauges before that were over there, the reason why I had those changed is because some days I'd come out here and the water pressure was really high. And I kept thinking, well, it can't be, that high. It must be bad gauges. That's why I had them changed. But I'm thinking maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. So anyway, it was full of water. And he said they're only good for about 5 years. If you've got one of these on top of your water heater, check it out and make sure it's okay. Now, you can change them yourself probably. I don't like fooling with that kind of thing because my house is still under warranty, and so I don't want to mess around with it. I have a receipt for that from a licensed plumber that done this, and that way if something should happen under warranty, I can't see anybody rejecting my claim in any way. And they might not anyway, but I'm just playing it safe, that's all. Anyway, little information I'm passing on. Okay, let me read a little bit of information that Brad at Nova Filter sent me. It says, I told him I would do a video on this to warn everybody else. It says, great, I'll tell you something you may want to do a video about. These expansion tanks, there are so many people that flood their homes because they blow right out the top of them, or a pipe blows inside the house. On average, they fail every 3 to 5 years, and homeowners don't even know what they are or why they fail. The only reason we know is because of the pressure gauges, so we check up on every single home we're going to now, and I would say 50 to 75% of the homes we walk into that are more than 3 years old, the tanks are bad. And Shane gave you that handout sheet explaining all the damage I can do to anyone, that it can do to anyone's home. We believe they were all installed improperly at the wrong pressure by the original plumber, who I will never recommend. And if they don't have any sort of filtration, they will wear out even faster because of the high chlorine level deteriorating the bladder prematurely. And I just think everybody should know that it's a potential problem. And I thank Brad, and I thank Nova Filters and Brad's dad for them doing the extra due diligence in my house anyway, and checking that bladder out, because I would never have known. And that's exactly the reason why I called them out to change my gauges, because my pressure was so high that I was concerned that I could pop up a pipe in my house, and I think it's a concern that everybody should think about. So I'm just putting this out there. You obviously don't have to do anything, but if you don't have a plumber or somebody like Nova Filters to check that tank, would you know if it was bad? If you don't have pressure gauges on your water lines where you can monitor your pressure regularly, would you know that there was a problem? Food for thought, that's all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see all of you on the other side.